What's up, Do Life in a Body You Love chicks? We are going to talk fat loss today. And here's the thing. We all want to focus on losing weight as if the weight gain that we've experienced is the problem to solve. But the reality is, your weight gain is never the actual problem. It's a symptom of a multitude of problems. It could be any number of things. And when we're just focused on moving the scale, losing weight, we never solve the real problem. And that's what keeps us stuck on this like lose 20 pounds, regain 25, lose 30 pounds, regain 35, or we're on or we're off. Or you've hit a plateau, you've lost some weight, you're not regaining it, but you're not able to lose more. And it's because you're not solving the right problem. So the problems can be many, all right? It's like what led to the weight gain in the first place? Was this that your eating habits are crap and you never knew, move your body? And also, if that's where you are, hello, no judgment. That's exactly where I started over a decade ago. But like my eating habits were absolute trash. There was no mystery about why I had gained weight. I knew exactly why, but I wasn't going to fix it by dieting because the real problem for me was that yes, I'm a foodie. Yes, I have horrible cravings, but also I just wasn't prioritizing my body. I was extremely busy, stressed out, focused on my kids, focused on my job. I wasn't on my to-do list and I wanted a quick fix if I'm being so honest. And so I kept doing things that just weren't sustainable, weren't going to work for me. So for some women who are struggling with weight loss, it's that they're not prioritizing themselves. And then we can dig deeper and we can go, okay, well, why aren't you prioritizing yourself? Is it because you're busy? Is it because you don't really even know what you should be doing? And so you're just trying random things and hoping that it sticks? Is it because you don't value yourself and you feel like you have to prove your worth to everybody in your world by doing every single thing for them, and you're not bringing anything to the table if you take time for yourself? You feel guilty if you take time for yourself. The possibilities on the mindset front are endless, but I want to talk to you today about the biggest reason metabolically why women are not losing weight. And it's that your metabolic health is underpowered. Here's what I mean by that. We think of metabolism as just like how fast do I gain or lose weight, but that's really not what metabolism is. Like your metabolism is your body's ability to utilize the fuel that you're bringing in. What are you eating and how does your body utilize it? So like the powerhouse of your cell, your mitochondria, which is making the ATP, which is all of the energy for your body. How efficient are they? How many of those do you got? Because they fade over time with age. How effective are they? How much metabolic flexibility do you have? Can you burn carbohydrates? Can you burn fat? Does your body efficiently make and burn fuel? If you are not metabolically powered appropriately, you are always going to struggle to unlock fat loss that doesn't come from starvation, which is not an efficient long-term way to keep weight off. You've got to build back your powerful engine in order to keep weight off. So how do we know if that's what's going on for you? Well, if you have a very hard time losing weight, you have to follow really strict diets. You have to do insane amounts of workouts. You're tired all the time. You have cravings. You hit this afternoon slump. Even if you start off the day with energy, by the time the afternoon hits, you're just like, you're just like dragging, right? And then if you have any insulin resistance that you know of, if your body doesn't handle carbs very well, these are all clues that like your engine that you need to be big and powerful, it ain't. It's weak sauce. And until we fix that, nothing is going to change. Because here's the thing, you can't build a big, powerful, robust engine in your body by taking food away. That does not work. Dieting does not work. Dieting causes temporary fat loss on the scale because you are in a calorie deficit. It doesn't fix the metabolic engine. It's not getting to the heart of the real problem. In fact, it can make your metabolic engine worse. You can't fix it with the wrong types of exercise. So there's this huge movement right now to get women strength training. Yes, I am all about that. You having muscle on your body is part of you having a strong metabolic engine. You need muscle. Period. End of story. If you are under muscled, if dare I say, if you are treading the waters of sarcopenia, where like your muscle mass is very low, the priority number one is not weight loss. It is putting muscle on your body, but it goes further than that. So I'm so glad that there's this push to get women to do strength training and to pick up heavy weights and to put some muscle back on their body. But there is a place for cardio as well. And it cannot be random cardio. We have to look and go, well, what's missing from your metabolic engine? Do you not have good aerobic capacity? You need that. So then there's this specific type of cardio that we need to do. Do you not have a big enough engine to go endurance wise? Can you not hit these higher thresholds and where your energy systems switch to burning a lot of sugar? Then we need to train for that. So there's all these things that people are talking about to try to like hack around this. And people talk about like, oh, are you a fat burner? Or are you a sugar burner? And then there's even these little devices that you can breathe into that will tell you if you're burning fats or sugar. And that is all trash. Like, don't buy into any of that crap. So you want to be able to do both, burn fat and burn sugar. So you don't want to just tailor your food around what your body is currently burning. First of all, it changes based on your activity and what you're actually doing. It also changes based on just what you're feeding it. Your body's going to burn what you're currently giving it. But then also, you need metabolic flexibility. That engine of your metabolism needs to be robust. It needs to be able to handle different types of fuel. You don't want your engine to be like some fancy, fussy sports car that has to have like only premium fuel in it. No, I want you to be able to eat fat, eat carbs, eat anything, and your body knows what to do with it because it's powerful and it's strong. So when you have this really powerful metabolic engine that's running inside of your body, which by the way, no matter where you're currently at, yes, genetically people have a different metabolic rate and their metabolism adapts faster or slower than other people's. There is a genetic component to all of this. If anybody tells you that there's not, and you feel like it's true for you, feel free to punch them in the face and run away. But here's the deal. No matter what's going on with your genetics and no matter what your starting point is, you can build a stronger metabolic engine. You do not have to stay underpowered, but it's gotta be strategic to get you there. It's gotta be the right fuel for your body. It's gotta be the right workouts, strength training, cardio, but it gets even more in depth than that. We have to go, what is it about your engine that's running a little bit sluggish? And this is why my clients, by the way, get amazing results when they're not focused on driving the number down on the scale so fast. And they're like, no, I want to do this right because I can clearly see when I'm working with somebody, hey, this is what's going on here. This is where we need to focus. We need to be focused on these types of workouts, or we actually need your food to look like this because we need to build back this powerful engine. It's why a lot of my clients don't lose weight right away. Some do, some don't have a metabolic engine problem. It's all habit and they just need to be shown what to do. And boom, they come in and they're losing weight. Easy peasy. And they're just like, oh my gosh, where have you been all my life? And then other women, it's like, no, we got to build back this base with age, with dieting, with doing the wrong types of workouts. We can find ourselves in the hole with this. And so no big deal. But then we got to fix the real problem. The real problem is not the number that you're seeing on the scale. The real problem is just that you are underpowered and we need to build things back up. It's why I love it when women stop thinking about trying to be skinny. And I'm like, girl, we're going to start thinking like athletes instead. And my clients who are in like their 70s are like, Nikki, what are you talking about? But like when they make the mindset shift, they're like, oh my gosh, this is so fantastic. This is not about starving. I'm eating so much food. My body's responding so much better than it ever has. I look leaner than I've looked in years. But when we're only chasing weight loss, weight loss, weight loss, weight loss, if we're underpowered, we're missing the mark. There's a time and a place for calorie restriction, okay? And when it's time for that, that's when I personally am like, okay, cool. You want to go on some medications that help you with your cravings and help you with all of this? Cool, let's do it. When the metabolic base has already been built and established and we're ready for that calorie deficit. If you are an overeater all the time, hello, that's how I was. And you've already got the exercise pieces locked in. Okay, cool. Calorie deficit time. Not a huge calorie deficit, not an aggressive calorie deficit because we don't want to go wreck the healthy engine that you've built. If you haven't taken the time to build the engine, we got to start there. Think of it like having the right nutrition and exercise plan locked in for what your body needs right now As it's almost like it's teaching your body how to burn fat efficiently. And then, yes, even with a very robust engine, if you're taking in more than you're burning, you're not going to lose weight. And that's where the amount of the food comes into play, and then it matters. But if the engine's already struggling to keep up with life and to just keep you going through the day, and it doesn't know how to appropriately utilize fuel because you haven't trained it to do so, then just taking things away and doing endless amounts of cardio, that's just a recipe for disaster. It's not going to fix anything. But I know it's a big mindset shift. And I get it because, like, when I am not feeling my best and I want to lose weight, I just want fast results, right? This all sounds like it takes longer, but it actually doesn't because you end up getting where you want to be for probably the first time ever and keeping the results that you get. And so if it takes a while for you to build up your big, beautiful, very well powered metabolic engine that knows how to appropriately use the fuel that you give it, that can keep you going for the rest of your life. I mean, this is not just like when you dial this in, it's not just weight loss. Like, this is overall health, strength, longevity. This is the way that you build a body that's going to carry you to 70, 80, 90, maybe 100 if you have centenarian genes, but being that old lady who can actually move around and do things and still walk up a flight of stairs without being short of breath. And yes, still look amazing in your genes. That comes with it. But you can only get there if you have a long-term focus and you're willing to do the work in repairing this metabolic engine. If you keep chasing the number on the scale and thinking that weight gain is the actual problem, it's not. We have to dig in and see, what is your real problem? Is it this? Are you underpowered in your engine? If so, are you willing to do the work to fix it? The real work? It needs strategy, girl. It's not going to happen from just pulling a bunch of random YouTube workouts together from the internet and a couple of meal plans off of Pinterest. That is not how this works. But it's also actually kind of easier because you eat more food and your body feels better within just a week or two. Most women are like, holy cow, I haven't been able to think this clearly. And I don't know how long, basically since I hit menopause, or I haven't had this much energy, or my digestion hasn't been this good. So like things start turning around fast. You're gonna know that your body likes what you're up to. But maybe yours isn't an underpowered engine. Maybe yours is the mindset stuff, the habit stuff. But you got to look under the hood and you got to figure out, what is this weight gain a symptom of? What created the weight gain? Is it something in my body? Is it something with my habits? Usually it's a combination of both, right? Something with our habits or our mindset sort of led to the actions that led to the lowering of this metabolic engine in the first place. And so it's all very like intertangled, and it can be a little bit messy and confusing to look at, but it's honestly non-negotiable. And if you want help with this, you can jump into our Keep It Off Academy, where we've helped hundreds of women do this. Lose weight when nothing else is working, keep it off for the first time in their life, because this is the work that we do. We look under the hood and we go, what the heck is going on with this engine? And what do we need to do to fix it so that you're not guessing, you're not Googling, you have experts in your corner to go, here's what it is. This is actually what we need to do. Can you shift your mindset into thinking more like an athlete, thinking like the woman who wants to be strong and lean and, yes, confident and sexy and all of those things? Girl, that is so a part of this. I am here for that. I'm here for all the aesthetic goals. You want a snatched little waist and a big ol' booty with powerful glutes? Fine. We can make your body look however you want it to look. I mean, I can't make you taller and I can't change like the dimensions of your hips, but you get what I'm saying. However much muscle and fat you want to have on your body, we can get after it once we have the base built. This is the real work that nobody escapes. I would love to hear how this is sitting for you. Send me a message on Facebook, reply to one of my emails that get sent out. Let me know how this hits. Like, does this make sense? Like, oh, yeah, obviously the weight gain is a symptom. Duh. What is it a symptom of? Get to the heart of what created the weight gain. What's making losing the weight now so incredibly difficult, and get to solving that problem instead of just focusing on like upping my cardio and taking a bunch of food away. You will end up getting such better results. So I hope this makes sense. I would love to hear how this sits with you, and I'll see you next week or next time I hit the record button.